one more time with another Rios of Mercedes Roper. I tell you, having picked up the first one and been eyeing others as they go along, man, I really like these Rios of Mercedes Ropers. Build quality on point, leathers they use perfect, and very comfortable. So it's hard to pass up when I see a really good looking Rios of Mercedes Roper, just to like let it go. And I'm like, I need it. Today I'm wearing the 8188 Red Wing Pecos Roper. This has a resole with the green sole from Dr. Soles. Enjoying that. I don't know if any of you have ever worn the Dr. Soles sole. It's quite comfortable. It absorbs impact quite well. All right, on to the new Rios of Mercedes. This one, all right, I'm very excited to see this one. Whoa, we got bags. I got boot bags, nice. That's awesome. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at this here. So this is the Rios of Mercedes, and this is Sand Elk Bottom. So elk butt, basically. Very nice. This color is so cool. I like the kind of like distress thing it's got going on. Very nice. And the bags, boot bags. Oh, that's so cool. I love a boot bag because I do use them when I travel. This is really nice. So it's funny, this is like elk butt, and mostly I guess like Western boots. I was having the conversation with the guys at Red Wing of like, what won't they make a boot out of? It's like, I've seen a bullfrog, I've seen a fish. It's like they see an animal and they're like, I'll make a boot out of that. I'll tell you, bullfrog, ugly. Fish, that has been like, I've seen like Lucchese just come out with a new boot that they're promoting that's made of fish scales. It's hideous, it's ugly. I don't even like ostrich, and I know ostrich is really popular, but why would you want your boot to look like it has herpes, a herpes breakout? Smooth ostrich is cool, I like that, but the ostrich is like all bumpy, no. And then the bullfrog, no. I don't want my boots to look like they have herpes. That you can save all that. But elk butt, I'm fine with that. But everything else that they do, although it'd be interesting if they did a pig skin. I know they do hippo, and I know they do elephant. Pig would be interesting because pig is very close to human skin. Something to think about. But so what I've noticed about Rios of Mercedes, since Rios of Mercedes doesn't sell directly to the consumer, they have their boots out to other retailers, is that you kind of have to hunt them down, and each retailer will do something a little bit different, obviously, because they don't want to have the same boot and at the same the same retailers. So they get to probably pick and choose the leathers and everything else they want in the designs. So that's part of the fun, is hunting down these ropers. And when I do see one that I like, I usually will jump on it because they usually will sell out, in my size at least, and who knows how long they're going to be around. They're all limited. Sometimes you can have them made. I may be having one or two made right now. That's bad. I'm sorry. It's bad. Oh, speaking of boots being made, so if you've been following me on the Red Wing side, you know that I'm having a pair of custom boots made. They should have arrived last month, which was November. It's now December, and I know they're being built because I got a notice about that. But I thought they would be done. I thought they would have been, sent to me in November. So hopefully I'll get them within the next 2 weeks, which would be a really nice surprise. Hopefully I get them before Christmas. It could be like a Christmas present to myself. But I'm very excited. Those are still coming. So stay tuned for those because cannot wait to have an actual custom, had to fit everything, my foot, measure all the measurements. So I'm very excited to see how that feels compared to these boots that I just, get off of, like whatever last that is made, and it's not really custom. But stay tuned for that. And let's take a closer look at this really cool sand elk bottom roper. All right, so here is a closer look at the Rios of Mercedes roper in the sand elk bottom. We have an 11-inch shaft on here with a nice round roper toe that I love so much. No toe bugs on the vamp, very nice. The heel is a 1-inch heel, stacked leather with that rubber piece on there. And now these are exclusively designed for Pinto Ranch. And these are handmade in Texas, as you know, I think most of the Rios. I don't know if all the Rios. I guess I should look that up and see if all Rios or just some Rios. Like some Lucchese are made in Texas, some are made in Mexico. I should check that out. We have the nice hybrid sole on here with the rubber inlay, and then you have the lemon wood pegging down there. I have to say, having worn the Burgundy Napa for quite some time, they are very comfortable once broken in, and you're not slipping with this, or not afraid that you're going to slip with that rubber inlay there. So that's quite handy. I do like that. And then the one thing that I noticed that's different than the other ropers that I've had that I purchased from Planet Cowboy is the inside. So in here, when I put my hand in here to pull out, I noticed the insert is actually leather, and leather insert with this really nice, there's like a ball here of cushion that's perfect for the heel for impact. So I'm very excited to try this one out. The other one, if you remember, was just kind of like just a standard insert. But to have leather is nice because number one, if your foot sweats, I think the leather will help take care of any kind of odor, versus like if it's some kind of other material, that odor will stay with it. So this is really nice touch, having a leather insole. And the inside without the insert there's a leather insole in there. Leather footbed in here, and then this is all leather lined, gorgeousness, very soft. But I can't tell you how happy I was to when I put my hand in there and pull these out and see a leather insert. That's really nice touch. So I went up a half size than the other two ropers that I have, because I wore them without the insert until I broke the leather. Then I was going to throw it back in. But I tried with these just to go up a half size so that I can keep the insert in there and break it in. And I'm glad I did, because I didn't realize that they would be leather. So I'm just going to leave these in. And so I'll tell you, having worn the other ropers in the Burgundy without the insert, breaking those in, and I know I do speak about having that rubber piece here. Although you do have that without the insert, for me at least, and I do a lot of walking, that heel impact eventually was starting to bother my knees. I went on a 4-mile walk with the Burgundy Napa ropers, and without the insert, and my knees were starting to bother me with that heel impact. So I decided to go up a half size on these to make sure that I will leave this in. just for comfort, because I do live in New York City and we walk everywhere. So if you're living elsewhere, you have a car, you probably you could leave this in, or you wouldn't need it because you're not walking as much. But something like this, having this, I would definitely, like, if I was going to travel, if I was going to Europe, normally I would take something that would have a softer sole, like a Red Wing boot with like traction tread, or with some kind of neoprene. Now I'd probably just take these and leave this insert in there, and they'll feel great. The interesting thing about this particular leather, it almost feels like it's not. I know it looks like a rough out, and it probably looks like a suede rough out. It's kind of like a nubuck feel. To me, it appears, if it, let's see, how do I say this? Almost like it would stain. Any kind of water droplets, I feel like they're gonna get on the boot and stay on there, and you'll see them. That worries me. I've never dealt with elk, so I'm a little worried about how raw that this is. And it's almost like if you were to wear a rough out, and instead of having the rough out, turning it the other way and just wearing that smooth, that's how I feel like this could be. I'm hoping that's not the case, and that if you do get water or whatever, you can condition it out. It's not like something you can brush out, because it's not rough out. Any rough outs, I love rough out because it's just it's so durable, and you can just easily take care of those kind of things. So I'm a little worried about water on this. I'm gonna probably contact Rios and ask them the best way to treat this. I know I looked on their website, and they were kind of like listing things that they recommend, that one would use on their boots. But this one in particular, I'm gonna ask them what they recommend initially, just because you never know. Like washing your hands. You gotta wash your hands, and then you're going to the dryer, to the towel, whatever, and then sometimes water does fall on there, if that's gonna stay on there or whatever. But that's something that I'm gonna ask them and see. Or you get caught in the rain. I walk everywhere, so I can not pay attention to the weatherman, and I get caught in the rain. That can happen. But I have to say, this elk bottom is super sexy. It's really cool. Just a nice, really cool color that goes with a lot. So yeah, let's throw this bad boy in there. And these are the details, the close-up details on the Rios of Mercedes Sand Elk Bottom Ropers. All right, let's do the on feet. Okay, here is the Rios of Mercedes Elk Bottom Roper in sand on feet. Now I have to tell you, I slept incorrectly, so if I yell out, I don't have Tourette's. I'm just having a spasm and in pain. So okay, here we go. So today I'm wearing a pair of Grease Point Workwear selvage denim trousers, and these are 14 ounces, and it's a straight fit. So I wanted to try that out. And to me, the Sand Elk seems like it would kind of take on, if you're wearing a selvage denim, it would kind of start to crock and get that denim onto that leather. That's what it seems to me, that it's light enough that could happen. I know some people don't like that. I don't mind the crocking. I think it kind of looks cool. On some of my rough outs, I have that crocking happening, and I don't mind it. But I know that for some people, it's not something they like. But so these are a half size up from the other two that I purchased, the other two that I have. And as you remember, or as you saw, the leather insert, I left those in, And this time I will actually break them in with the leather insert since I went a half size up. And they do feel fine going a half size up. It's not, there's the same kind of heel slippage that I've had in the others. It's just in the toe box, it's not as tight initially with that insert. So what I did in the past is I broke the ropers in, and then I placed the insert once they were broken in. This time, truly, I know last time I said I would with the burgundy, but I didn't. I actually took them out, broke them in, then placed them in. This time I will actually leave them in and wear them and break them in with that insert. I wanted to try that because that was going up a half size. I wanted to try that. But in the daylight, I think the sand looks really cool. It actually does look a lot like, I'll look when I go in the monitor, but what little bit I can see, it does look like a rough out, like a suede, like a nubuck on the monitor. And so like I will definitely style them as if they were kind of like that type of leather based on the color. You know, this would look really good with kind of like green canvas trousers. It would look good with the natural selvage denim that I like to wear. And it would look good. Actually, it would look good with black as well. I know some people don't usually do that, but I think it would look good with that. So these would actually have a quite a range when I decide to style. Actually, I just had a thought. They would look really good with the gray too. If I had gray selvage denim, they would look really good. I know I just have like regular gray denim, but these would actually look good with gray selvage. It's just not that easy to find. But I think the finishing, everything on these just look really good. I'm digging these a lot, man. It's a really cool, and I'm excited to try it. I've never had elk. I heard that deer, someone told me, I was talking to them about elk, and they said they were talking about deer and how deer is quite soft. So, and I kind of like looking down, and when I put these on, I can see kind of, you know, versus like the horse that I had on earlier, which the horse is, the two ropers that I have were made with horse, or are made with horse, and it was definitely a tougher leather. And then, you know, putting these on, I can see kind of like how they're gonna get some nice creasing, kind of how the buffalo that I own did some really nice creasing after a few wears. But here they are, the Rios of Mercedes elk ropers on feet, and I think they look really good. Let's go for a walk. All right, that is the Rios of Mercedes roper in elk bottom from Pinto Ranch. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, be a boot. See you guys next time.